What if a single, totally random click on your phone could change your life forever? I mean, completely. For a 19-year-old college kid named Night Shinu, that's exactly what happened. One second he's just scrolling, bored in his room. The next, he's bound to a system that gives him literal God mode for wealth. His entire world is about to flip upside down. Now, before we get into the wild details, if you enjoy stories like this, please follow the channel and share this video. It genuinely helps this page grow and lets me create more stories for you. Okay, let's dive in.
So what exactly is this thing he stumbled into? It's called the Supreme God of Wealth system. Picture this, he's just scrolling, follows some account, and then a little prompt pops up, finding successful. You'd think it's just a game, right? Nope. A voice inside his head makes it very clear this is real. And its job? Simple. Give him insane financial power, and get this, reward him for spending it. Yeah, you heard that right. In that one moment, his life as a normal student, totally over.
And the system doesn't start small. The first gift? Not a few bucks. The voice in his head chimes in, "Congratulations to the host for obtaining $1 billion, now deposited into the Global Supreme Gold Card." $1 billion. That's a number that can literally warp reality, and it just got dropped into his lap. At the same time, he feels something in his pocket, and, yep, a physical card just materialized out of thin air.
Okay, so the system's first move is to try and, improve him. It offers a random physical upgrade. Night Shinu figures, why not, and chooses to enhance his appearance. But the second he does, bam! The whole system short-circuits with this loud bang. And the reason is just hilarious. Turns out, his looks were already rated a 9.99 out of 10. He was basically at peak human handsomeness. The system literally could not improve on perfection, and it almost fried itself trying. You can't make this stuff up. Now, that gold card that appeared in his pocket, it isn't just some fancy credit card. No. This thing is one of only 10 in the entire world, issued by this super reclusive and powerful dynasty. We're talking about a card that gives its holder the power to influence global economies. Every single transaction is completely untraceable. The confidentiality level is so high it's called 10-star, which is actually 1 star higher than the other 9 cardholders. He could basically spend anything, anywhere, with zero consequences.
But here's where things get really interesting. This is the core mechanic, the most important rule of his new life. It's not just about having money, it's about spending it. For every $10,000 he spends, he earns 1 system point. And trust me, these points are the real prize. They're the currency for the system store, where you can buy, anything. I'm talking advanced skills like hacking, all the way to futuristic tech like controllable nuclear fusion. So the more he spends, the more powerful he actually becomes.
So, with this insane new power, what's his first move? Well, it's an interesting one. He gets a call from his girlfriend, Ziyu. And he's got this idea in his head, from reading stories, that the rich protagonist always gets cheated on right at the beginning. So what does he do? He decides to strike first. He answers the phone, says, "Let's break up," and then hangs up, blocks her number, and deletes her contact. All in like 2 seconds flat. A perfect execution of a terrible, terrible idea.
And of course, he immediately realizes what a huge mistake he's made. Ziyu calls him back from a friend's phone, totally heartbroken, asking why he would just dump her out of the blue. She wasn't going to betray him. So Night Shinu, panicking, has to think fast. His genius excuse? It was a joke, April Fool's Day. And somehow, she buys it. The relationship is saved. His first crisis as a billionaire averted, very, very clumsily.
All right, so he gets to his university dorm and meets his 3 new roommates. You've got Fatty Jean, this super enthusiastic guy, Yishan, the quiet coder, and San Ning, the silent, tough-looking one. They have a quick chat about who should be the dorm leader, and naturally, Night Shinu gets the title. And his very first act as leader, taking everyone out for the single most expensive dinner in the entire city. He is not about to start pinching pennies now.
So he books a table at the 5-star Jindo Hotel. The manager comes over and asks what kind of private room they'd like. Without even blinking, Night Shinu asks for the heavenly room. That's a suite with a minimum spend of $100,000. His new friends, who were literally just arguing about who would pay for a normal dinner, are just completely silent. Jaws on the floor.
All right, a few days go by. Night Shinu decides it's time to get a new wardrobe and, earn some of those system points. He hops into his new $90 million Lamborghini Black Knight, another gift from the system, and heads to the most high-end mall in the city. He walks into the Gucci store, and this is where the story really kicks off. The first real conflict is about to go down.
He's dressed in pretty simple clothes, so right away, this wealthy older woman in the store just sizes him up and dismisses him. She starts talking loudly about how she's seen his type, just some kid who comes in to take pictures for his social media, says he can't afford a single thing. Then she actually demands that the salesperson who was talking to Night Shinu come serve her instead.
The salesperson politely refuses, so the woman turns her attention directly to Night Shinu. She sees how handsome he is and makes this just disgusting offer. She tells him to ditch his life and she'll give him $2 million a month to be her, well, you know. The insult just hangs in the air. You can feel the tension spike in the store. Night Shinu is completely disgusted and just steps away from her.
But instead of starting a big fight, Night Shinu does something so much better, so much more powerful. He completely ignores the woman. Just pretend she doesn't exist. He turns back to the salesperson and calmly asks for the store's most exclusive service, a private, custom order with the chief designer using only the most expensive materials they have.
So, after about an hour of consultation with the store manager, getting measured and everything, Night Shinu has picked out over a dozen custom outfits. We're talking 2 suits that alone are worth $20 million. So the final bill for his little shopping trip, a cool $50 million. The entire store, including that arrogant woman, is just watching in absolute stunned silence.
The store manager, obviously a bit nervous, asks for the standard 50% deposit. And this is the moment. Night Shinu just looks at him, pulls out that black and gold untraceable Global Supreme card, and says the line that just shuts everyone up. No need for a deposit. I'll pay in full.
The $50 million payment goes through without a hitch, instantly. The system dings in his head. 5,000 points awarded for that massive spend. Awesome. But then, something else happens. A hidden reward gets triggered. He didn't just earn some points. Oh no, he unlocks something way, way bigger.
See, the system didn't just give him points. As a reward for that huge, high-profile flex, it gave him 25% of Gucci's global shares. In one single transaction, he went from a customer in the store to the company's second-largest shareholder. You can just imagine the look on the store manager's face when he realizes who he's been talking to this whole time.
So, here he is, just 19 years old, and in a matter of days, Night Shinu has gone from a regular college student to a global tycoon. He's got a bottomless bank account, a system that literally pays him to live an insane lifestyle, and now he owns a huge piece of a global luxury brand. With that kind of power at his fingertips, the only real question left is, what on earth comes next? If this story moved you or made you think differently, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And follow the channel for more stories like this.